Good afternoon, everybody. This is take 3. I've had an absolute shocker. I was just doing the second video and I couldn't remember the lineup. I got 10 of them, so I've had to go onto Twitter to find the Ipswich team last night. It was Jack Taylor. I couldn't remember he played. Obviously, I should remember he played. We'll get more into Jack Taylor as we go on. But anyway, welcome. It's Tuesday afternoon in sunny Suffolk. Look at this sky. Wow, the weather is great. And I wouldn't say it was a great performance last night, but it was a good performance from Town. Anyway, welcome. This is Rich. This is the Suffolk Crunch. We do this after every Ipswich Town game. And last night, Town went to the City Ground to take on Nottingham Forest in FA Cup action. We will want 120 likes for this video, but we can get a lot more, and we all know that. Please hit the subscribe button. Its numbers are growing, so we're needing to... if you watch and you don't subscribe, smash that subscribe button. It's totally free. You don't have to pay for anything. The content is free and hopefully you enjoy the content. Anyway, City Ground Nottingham was the destination for the Blue Army. Just under 3,000 last night as we went looking for a victory that would take us into the quarterfinals for the first time since 1993. Looking for a victory at the City Ground first victory at the City Ground since 99-2000. Promotion team under Burley. I've been to the City Ground 10 times. It's one of my favourite places to go, Nottingham. I love going there, obviously, for the football, or been to Trent Bridge loads for the cricket. It's a great city, great history with Nottingham Forest and Brian Clough. Proper football club, proper fans. If you're watching it and you're a Forest fan, I'll always be fair on the opposition, but I do like Forest. They're a proper football club. City Ground's a great ground, and they're having a wonderful season under Nuno. Looking to qualify obviously for the Champions League, and now they're obviously off to Brighton for the quarterfinals. I just wish you all the best for the rest of the season. Just it'd be great to see someone different getting in the Champions League, but maybe even winning a trophy, because they're there. They're one step from Wembley. We're all gutted this morning as Town fans, because we were really hoping that maybe this season we could get that monkey off our back. There's not many teams who haven't played at the new Wembley. Town are one of them. I would love to have gone there and taken me lads, but that's probably for another day. But yeah, last night's game, Town lined up with Alex Palmer in goal, Axel Twanzebe, Wolfie, Cam Burgess as your 3 centre-backs. I think it was more a 4-5-1. Ben Johnson was on the right, Connor Townsend, and then we had the band back together in midfield, Mass and Morsey. Jack Taylor was in there as well, and then Nathan Broadhead. And Georgie Hurst was up the top, fighting a lone battle. It was a tough gig for George, but I thought he'd done really well, and obviously we'll get into that later, his goal. But first half, it wasn't a great watch. And I think if we say that, that was both teams, you know, huffing and puffing. And Town, I think, when we did get the ball and we got out, we played a little bit too slow, and we didn't really have an outlet. We had a game plan, obviously, to keep it tight. We were obviously hampered by injuries. We'll go into that in a little bit, because we had more injuries last night as a tractor goes flying by me. But yeah, I thought we were in the game. Didn't really create a lot, but then neither really did Forest. Had a few shots from range. There was a header from a corner that just flashed wide, but I thought Town were coping pretty well, you know, on the whole. We went to the City Ground and we limited them. So to go in at half time and when you're 0-0 in a cup tie, you're well in the game, and then you're thinking it's all about the first goal here. Can Town nick that goal, and can they give themselves something to hold on to? So obviously the corner that leads to the Town goal is a fantastic run from Sammy Morsey. Hits an absolute screamer from about 25 yards. Sells tips it over the bar, and we made something of a corner for once. Ben Johnson deep to the far post. George Hurst pulls into a lot of space. No one near him. Nods it down. Goes through Sells' legs. Cube Bedlam. Piling down the front. I was loving it. You know, got to celebrate these moments. There was a lad jumped over the wall. He was lobbed out. Not the most sensible thing. I think I can keep a lid on it when we do score. I'm not going to run on the pitch or do anything stupid. So we're 1-0 up, 55 minutes I think that was. thinking, yes, here we go, we've got something to hold on to. And then obviously we made a couple of subs before the Forest equaliser. Jens Kajust and Jack Clark came on. Luongo, I thought, given a good shift. He was obviously on a yellow that he picked up in the first half, and also Nathan Broadhead went off. I didn't really think Broadhead got in the game last night. Thought he struggled, so I thought that was probably a sensible substitution. But we made obviously 2 at half time. Burgess, I think it's a calf injury, he went off. Greaves come on, and then Axel's gone off with his hamstring, so Dar O'Shea come on. So another 2 more injuries to add to the long growing list. And then Forest, so initially it was a really cheap free kick that George Hurst had given away from a Town throw-in. So ball gets cleared, back out to, I think it's Alanga, puts a left foot cross in, long cross, and Ryan Yates gets a run on the defence. It's a good header, and he's really close into Alex Palmer, so Palmer has no sort of time to react, and it flashes by him, and it's 1-1. And then we're thinking, about 25 minutes to go. What Town have done a few times this season is conceded another goal quite quickly afterwards. And we didn't do that last night, which was really good. And then we had a few forays on the break. There was a couple of, I think we did get a couple of corners, but we've gone into extra time. Delap's come on near the end of extra time for Hurst, who I thought he was really good, George Hurst. Like I said before, it's a hard gig up there when you're up top on your own. But extra time, I thought the first half of extra time for 10 minutes, I thought Town played some really good football, got a foothold in the game and controlled it. Oh yeah, there was a Gibbs White shot, I think it was on 82 minutes, cut in, it's hit the top of the crossbar, flown over. But then, yeah, second half of extra time, it was probably more Forest than Town. There was one hour end when Delap's had a long run, and I think he might have been caught by their centre half, Murillo. I think it's Murillo catches him. He's got an absolute belter of a left foot, that guy. He had a shot near the end of normal time that Palmer palmed over the bar. But I think Delap's looking for it. I've not seen the replay. You could tell me in the comments, is it a penalty? Is it one of them when there's a little bit of contact and he's gone down looking for it? It's not given, and then it goes to penalties, and we're thinking, you take your chances when it's a penalty shootout, don't you? It's a test of nerve. And I think for 9 of the penalties for both teams, Forest penalties were top draw. I mean, Palmer's gone the right way on the first 3, but he's got nowhere near them. Morty stuck one away, Delap, Jens Kajust and Ben Johnson, all excellent penalties. And anyone who stands up to take one, I don't think you can criticise them. When I see Jack Taylor going towards the goal, I wasn't confident. He missed one at AFC Wimbledon. This isn't in hindsight. I did say to my lads before the penalties, I would have had Jack Clark on a penalty. He'd taken 5 for Sunderland. He'd scored 5. But look, it's a test of nerve, and I think we all know it wasn't a great penalty from Jack Taylor. He will know that. For someone who can strike a ball, it was a bit, there was no belief behind it. When you side foot them penalties in that way, you've literally got to get it right into that side netting, because otherwise the keeper goes the right way. Sells didn't have to do a lot, did he? Just went the right way and he saved it. Cue celebrations, no running on the pitch, and yeah, but no, I had no quibble with Town going out. I thought we were excellent. Need to maybe offer a little bit more going forward. I thought defensively we were very good, but I mean, the amount of blocks we done and headed clearances, that's the only thing I will say is a bit disappointing on the goal, where it's come a long way, the cross, and we defended crosses really well for the whole game. And just that one time, a long cross comes in, and yeah, he gets the run on it, doesn't he? And he heads it in from about 7 yards, and Palmer's not going to save that. So that was a bit disappointing, but I thought overall excellent defensive display. My man of the match was Ben Johnson. I thought it was his best game in a Town shirt, closely followed by Wolfie. I thought Wolfenden was excellent. Connor Townsend, the chat will be, should Connor play instead of Leif Davis, because he gave another very good performance at left back. I don't think he offers as much going forward, but then people will say, He's probably better defender than Leaf. But I think we need to set up like this more. You know, 3 centre backs, make it tight. But then you do lose a little bit going forward. But I thought Morsey was excellent in Sammy in the midfield. People have said that his legs are gone. He was past it. Thought he was great last night. Great penalty. And yeah, just an overall really good display from Town. You know, a lot to take away from that, and hopefully use in the remaining games. Obviously off to Selhurst on Saturday against Palace. I'm on a Palace pod this afternoon at 2. I think it's called Over the Nest. So if you're on the socials, I'll drop that on there so you can have a look. But we've got a lot to take forward into that game. Injuries are absolutely crippling us at the minute. I mean, like I said, another 2 last night with Jacob with Cam Burgess and Axel. And then you hear that Chaplin and Sammy Smodics, they've had recurrences of their injuries in training. I mean, we've got Enciso out, Burns, Agbonne, Walton, the list it's just endless. You know, and we've not had a lot of luck with injuries. Have we been good enough? Probably not this season, but the injuries are biting us. I mean, Enciso was brought in as that point of difference, and he's a quality player. And by the time he's fit, Town could be all but, I'm not saying definitely down, but we really need a win. We need a win on Saturday to give us that boost. Because these good performances like we had like yesterday and at Villa, we're not picking up wins. I know it was a cup game yesterday, so that's a little bit different, but it's a case of just got to keep going, you know, keep backing the boys. They tried their damnedest last night. I think effort-wise, if we'd have played like that second half against Man United, I think we'd have probably got the victory. I know Harry Hindsight is the best football pundit out there, but look, we go again on Saturday down in South London. Looking forward to that. Selhurst, one of the old grounds, you know, it'll be a good atmosphere down there. So London away day, people will be on the beers early, so let's get down there. Obviously, probably Mateta won't be playing for Palace, which will be a boost for Town. We obviously hope he's okay after the incident he had on Saturday against Millwall. But yeah, Town bow out the cup with a heroic display, defensive display, let's say. We were very good. Nicked the goal from George Hurst, couldn't quite hold on to that, but we took them all the way. Forest obviously now off to Brighton in the quarterfinals. We wish both teams all the best, and yeah, if you're going Saturday, I might see you at the game. Forest preview will be Palace preview will be out later in the week. I might go and watch Cambridge tonight, see what my lads want to do. Might pop down there. Cambridge v Stevenage. I'll go have a little look at League One football. Watch a bit of Neil Harris ball. What do you reckon? Anyway, enjoy the sun, everybody. The sun is shining. Makes you feel alive. Makes you feel a little bit happier. Up at Town. Keep the faith. We go again Saturday. All the best.